Okay, so this is like the universe's most challenging Sudoku puzzle ever. I'm gonna help you solve it. I took these numbers and I'm gonna break it down and show you dimensions and stuff. Hopefully we learn all about creation and stuff in our third dimensional XYZ reality. We're going to go through the dimensions. The 0th dimensional singularity, 1-dimensional line, 2-dimensional XZ plane, 3rd dimensional XZY plane, 4th dimension of time, 5th dimension of love, 6th dimension of ego, 7th dimension of nothing, 8th dimension of infinite, 9th dimension of balance. The colors inside the 2-dimensional cell represent 364 cells, representing 1 year. We are going to be solving for the XZ plane. These numbers that are not colored, 76, 5, 50, and 91, will not count as part of the 364 days in a calendar year. Feel free to grab a pad and paper and pencil, marker, crayon, whatever, guys. Highlighter. We're going to go through dots and lines, numbers, and Roman numerals, and creation of these things. The ultimate goal is free energy for all, abundance for all, the end of slavery, the beginning of a new age of personal sovereignty. We're all just a bunch of ETs represented by this G, both feminine and masculine, negative and positive. And if we're solving for the truth, we have to understand that 9 is equal to 6, 6, 6, or the upside down, backwards, and flipped reality that we live in. There's your truth. There's your 9. There's your bullshit. There's your 666. Here's a depiction of your negative and positive extraterrestrials, which are man. Negative and positive, stretching out to infinity. We're solving for the XZ plane because that's exactly what it is. The XZ plane. You gotta read it backwards, guys. The flux capacitor, or the Y plane, is a combination of the truth and all the bullshit, guys. The Y plane, or the flux capacitor, guys, is what truly makes the third dimension. In numerous ways. Numerous ways. In the story of creation, when God came to create, He came from somewhere. The singularity, the lowest dimensions, the 0th dimension. So we know a 0. And we know that 0 is equal to 1. And we know that 6 and 9 is a balance between yin and yang, positive and negative, left and right, masculine and feminine. And what we learn the following from the creation of our home, the earth. Okay? 0, 1, and 5. A singularity, a 1, a V, an X. And we're going to solve for X, okay? But remember duality. So because there's duality, we're going to have a Y and a Z. And since we're solving for X, and we know that a 0 is equal to a 1, well, a 0 and a 1 are equal. They make a 1. And if we're solving for duality for a Z and a Y, or the second dimension, you know, the 0th dimension, the first dimension, the second dimension, the third dimension, okay? Look how many D's we have. We created 4 D's, a 4x4, because D is the 4th letter in our alphabet, which is 16, and which is hex, which is a 15 encircled. And 4 D's, you know, make a 4. Okay? And look, we have a new D. We have another plus D. That means we have 5 D's now. So 5 of them. Okay? And 16 in hex is a 15 encircled. And 15 encircled means we've learned a 5. So we've learned 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we now have 5 Ds. So 5 and the 5 Ds create the 5th dimension. Remember 0, 1, and 5. Singularity, a one-dimensional line, and a V. And we're solving for X. We're solving for X because it comes first in this two-dimensional plane. And then we'll solve for Z. I've already made a correction, guys. X, Z, Y. 3 dimensions.